一直以来很想做一些访问，关于潮流时尚。
Hi, Angie. Hi.
Hi Andrew. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you? How's everything in Shanghai?
Great weather.
Great weather.
People were getting around.
Good,
Yeah.
good. That's good. Would you mind to tell us a bit about yourself and also about your company, Gold Headline China?
And I want to take this opportunity to say hi to fans of Weight Maker.
Great,
So
thank you.
guys, this is Hello from China, Shanghai. I used to work as a PR for fashion brands in Shanghai for over 10 years. That was before is the a great trend for brands developing in Shanghai. I used to work at Max Mara and Michael Kors. I kind of know and see how brands establish their business in China. I got the opportunities to work at New York for a couple years, but
Right.
when I get into New York and I know that like how inefficiency of brands doing PRs in China,
Yes.
because in New York it's always had a system to help guests to check in, and there is a website to help buyers to make orders.
Yes.
Back in the time there's no such a system in China. So I met my husband in New York, and
Of course.
back in that time he worked at Silicon Valley, so I kind of tell what's the difficulty during my work back in China. So
Yes.
we come up the idea, maybe this is the opportunity for us to establish a company to help to connect technology and fashion.
That's good.
Because always like fashion and technology has a distance.
Of course. I want to ask you one thing. Why you and your husband picked the China market to start with regarding gooms? Is there a particular reason that you want to start in China?
It based on the economic numbers. We saw the reports is saying that in 2025, China is going to be the biggest luxury fashion consuming market. So if we started to do such thing to help brand to establish the business in China, it's right time.
Yes.
It's gonna be a very right time.
I understand. And then for your platform in particular, I understand it grows very fast. In the last 2 years, 3 years, there is like an exponential growth. So things are really like boom, growing very, very fast for booms for your platform, for Go Headline. Would you mind, I mean, you're probably the person to explain us a little bit, why it is like being successful and what are the key factors you think are the platform being successful in China?
When we started our business, there's no such platform or tools to help people working in fashion to make efficiency of their work.
Yes.
For example, back in the time I was a PR for Michael Kors, I still need to do a lot of Excel sheet or PPT to introduce brand information to medias one by one.
Yes, true.
This is very old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
This is all about
Well,
Okay,
it's still
this
it's
is
still
very old.
it's still happening in the UK. It's still happening. But changing, we keep changing.
You will see the e-commerce like it is well developed in China. So
Yes.
Chinese people is more like tech savvy, like especially the new generation of Chinese.
Yes.
They use WeChat to work. They already has a lot of like technology tool to help them to feel in touch with work. I mean, fashion needs something to empower them. I feel
Yes.
like Go Headline is such a company to using technology to empower brand to help them to do branding and do business much easier
Yes.
in the market.
I understand. And when you speak about WeChat, so how does it work? Is it a lot of information regarding the platform that can be access via WeChat only? Would that be the case, or how in general how you describe that?
I think we have a mini programs in WeChat, so it's very easy for whatever buyers or like stylists to share information.
I understand.
So we develop a virtual kind of a album platform to help brands to very easy to share out the photo information, their brand information, and also their celebrity who are endorsed, and like all this kind of like PR information we can share in one platform. We also have a website, but Chinese people they do business or conversation in WeChat every day.
Mainly, yes.
So yeah, mainly. So it's kind of a little bit different from the Western style.
Yes.
Because when I work in New York, we use website all the time. We
Yes.
use email all the time.
Yes.
But like Chinese, like a more like they use WeChat to chat every day and also work every day.
Yes.
And WeChat is kind of a platform to help people to very easy to share information,
Yes.
like
Agree.
all kinds of information. So super easy in a way, but also this platform forces you to work 24/7
Yes,
non-stop.
that's what I imagine. You always have some message or information anytime on the WeChat app. So things are getting very busy. So I can imagine you're a very busy person.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming. You know a lot of buyers in the market. So do you think there's like a buyer's behaviors changes regarding before and after the pandemic?
I know a lot of buyers. I feels like multi-brand store, they had a chance in China before pandemic. It's a way to introduce new brand to Chinese customer.
Yes.
But the situation before was that like multi-brand store in the third and fourth tier cities. This is the only way for brands to connect with the customer, because you won't have that capability to open a lot of stores in China.
Yeah.
Like most of the brands, they only can open their store in Beijing, Shanghai, in Guangzhou,
Big
in
cities.
Shenzhen, all the first tier cities.
Yes.
But the third and fourth tier city is very hard to reach. But
Yes.
multi-brand store is it will be the good place for them to go to.
I understand.
But well, during the pandemic, I thought it's gonna be difficult for us to do business because everything stopped. But in China, it's a different situation. Is that during the pandemic, the buyer store is very hard to get into an offline showroom.
Yes.
Or travel.
Exactly.
Or to make order.
Exactly.
So the opportunity for virtual showroom is come out post pandemic.
Yes.
And the buyer is started to accept that, like, if I see only a line sheet of a season, they're kind of okay to make big order. They kind of a little like hesitated
Yes.
before because they cannot feel in touch to real one.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, like everything stopped, you can only stay at home. If you still wanted to work continuously, you can only use like photos or video to make things happen.
Yes.
Once they started to adopt this kind of behavior, they kind of like it.
Yes.
So
Sure.
they don't think they need to like spend a lot of time to travel. They just stay home and
Yeah.
just like
Yes.
see the video and see the picture. They can make order with no problem.
Yes.
But what is make the big change is that once they make the order, everything can sell.
Yes.
A lot of Chinese cannot go outside and travel.
Yes.
So
True.
what they can only do can just go to the shopping mall every weekend, which is mean to help multi-brand store to make more business than before. So we have a look into the market. Is that the number of the multi-brand store
It's
is
increasing.
like double the digit.
Wow.
There was a lot of multi-brand store started to open like in these 2 years. I can feel buyer business. Multi-brand store business is going to have a significant growth in China in
Good.
the coming 2 years.
Good. Is it only about multi-brand stores? I want to ask you, is it only for the first tier cities, as we said earlier, for Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, so to speak, or is rolling out as well to some other cities with the multi-brand store concept now, as you observe?
Absolutely, absolutely. There was before the fashion boutique, I would say. They sell like product from the factory before.
Yeah,
But since in the third and fourth tier city, they got into have more the income is higher, so
I
they
see.
have more money to spend, and they already spent enough on luxury products. They started to try designer product or designer brands.
I see.
So this is the key factor for a multi-brand store in the third and fourth tier cities started to try designer brands.
I understand.
I feel like this is the big trend for multi-brand store. They used to have a store in Shanghai, but they kind of open a store in like Suzhou or
Hangzhou, yeah.
or at the subside city.
I understand. Okay, and then another big question for you. 5 years from now, China, the luxurious market, what do you think in terms of the growth or any changes you can think of in 5 years?
In 5 years, right?
Yes, 5 years.
Okay. We're looking at the purchasing behavior of our consumer right now. I mean, Chinese consumer, they consume basic products that was before in 2 years ago.
Yes.
So Zara and H&M, they make good business in China.
I see.
But generally, Chinese people, they have like more income. They started to consume luxury product or light luxury product like Coach and Michael Kors.
Yes.
So I feel like in 5 years, designer market is gonna be huge in China. Not just luxury, not just like commercial brands, but designer market.
Yes.
And also, I had some conversation with some investors. We were thinking about China is going to have an international brand in the coming 2 years, which is the brand have great base in China and also have the capability to go outside China.
I agree. This I always believe because China is such a country with historical background, and I think the country is mature enough to have an international brand, as you say, and I look forward to that. How you balance your life now? You have now a little girl, so how you balance your life and work?
I feel like in China it's very good that I'm the one child policy generation.
Okay.
So my parents kind of like
helping
focusing on me the whole time.
Good for you.
Now they come into China to helping me to get up the baby. So
good.
Sorry, daddy, mommy.
Yeah.
you take care of me and also with my baby.
But they are happy with that.
They're happy.
That's good.
And I'm very thankful we will have their help.
Yes.
But I feel like this is the case in China is that like people are very busy on working. They started to have like less children, or as long as they have help of their parents, otherwise it's not gonna afford it. Like you don't have time to work and life balance in one time. Not gonna happen. Not easy. Everybody is not easy.
I understand. Another question for you is about brands from outside of China and want to go into China. They're brand new. They know nothing. But is there any recommendations from you to tell them as advice before they go in the country?
I feel like I will ask them a very realistic question: is that do you want to make money in China, or you wanted to build a brand image in China?
True.
I feel like once you can answer this question, you will know. If you want to make money in China, it's super easy.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of way you can get into e-commerce. You can do like wholesale business. The market is big enough.
Yes.
You have enough like customer. Once you got that, you probably will reach your goal to make money in China.
Yeah.
But as a brand, I would strongly suggest that to think about how to build a brand image in China, because by understanding the market or wanted to have a long-term business in China, building a brand image is very important. And also, you think about China is going to be the biggest luxury product consuming country.
Yes.
So to build brand image is very important. So GOHEADLINE we're not just helping brands to do wholesale business in China. We also help brands to do PR and social campaigns in China.
Yes.
This I feel like is the one-stop solution for brand to making money at the same time to build an image. This is what GOHEADLINE was offering.
Good.
And also for brand getting to China, I feel like they should consider these two ways together.
Yes.
Not make your brand become a whatever brands in China, or just make your brand to have a lot of like copy products in China. Just be careful.
Yes.
The more you understand the market, you will like the market, because Chinese people, they very much like in the 1980s, back in the time in Europe, they started to accept new brand. They started to learn and listen to the brand of their story. This is very good because they not just like they just like the color or like the product. They started to understand the concept behind the brand. And also like sustainable fashion is super popular in China.
Yeah.
And also brand who have very like good concept or very like environmental friendly, those kind of concept, they're very buying of those.
Okay.
So the reality you need to face to just to answer the first question that I pointed out before, and then do the right thing.
Okay.
And then you will make a good business here, I'm sure.
Very well said, and I'm sure GOHEADLINE is definitely the destination for that. I agree with what you said, because I know you and also your husband, so I know that will be a good success about that. One last question for today, and I know it's a bit of bias, but so far, do you have any, every time I ask the same question to my guest in the interview, to be honest, do you have a brand or product that you always like, at all time? Like, since the beginning of my childhood, I like this. Anything you like as a brand or a product that you want to share with us?
I would really appreciate a brand who can continuously to be creative and to care about their customer and to treasure their brand. I would say, because I have some other project work with Chanel China. It's not a cool answer, but I really appreciate that Chanel as a brand, they know how to do a right thing and appreciate the market and also appreciate their customer in every different country, especially in China.
Yes.
So I was like my answer is that keep on be creative and keep on follow the trend and then appreciate the market. You will be a good brand for long.
Very good answer. Angie, very good answer. I'm not expecting that, but very good answer. Okay, so, but no, I think all in all, I'm firstly, again, thank you very much for your time. I know you have a busy schedule. I know behind you, you have your campaign in these few days, so you have a busy time with all the brands in China and all the buys in China. So I appreciate your time again for the interview. And I look forward, hopefully there's no more COVID and I can fly back or you can fly over. We're more than welcome. But hopefully there will be a chance to meet up again. But thank you again for your time for today.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
So hope we'll see you guys around.
See you. Okay, bye.
Bye.